What's up guys, Justin here. In this video, I'm gonna help you troubleshoot why your music promotions aren't working. I'm gonna explain 6 of the most common areas where artists make mistakes when promoting their music. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's say you just finished your new single or your new album, and now you're ready to share your music with the world. Well, keep in mind that the people that you are about to share your music with are real people. So it doesn't matter how good your promotions are or how good your production quality is. When someone hears your music, it's up to them to decide whether or not they like it. It has to fit their musical taste. So the first thing to consider is, well, the quality of your music. Now, I'm personally of the opinion that there's an audience for everyone. You could create the most bizarre, far out music out there that just sounds like noise to most people. But when you take into consideration that there are 7 billion people on the planet, statistically, there are going to be some people out there that like your music, no matter what. All right, so as long as you're pleased with the music that you've created, that's what really matters. And I would never suggest trying to change your style or sound to fit what other people like. Now, that said, if you are going to create some really unusual sounding music that people don't really get or understand, you can't necessarily expect it to appeal to a very broad audience. Now, regardless of your genre or style of music, one thing that you can pretty much always do that will work in your favor is make sure that you have good production quality. Having a professional sounding recording is really going to go a long way when it comes to producing music that people enjoy when they hear it. So the quality of your recordings is an important factor when you're promoting your music. Remember, these are real people that are listening to your music, and it's up to them to decide whether or not they like it. And that's why it's important that you target the right audience. If your music is aggressive metal, but the people that are listening to it only like smooth jazz, now you might not get a lot of fans. So fortunately, ad platforms like Facebook and Google Ads can help you get your music to the exact right audience that's likely to enjoy your music and become fans. So if you're happy with the quality of your music, but people still aren't responding well to it, you might need to take a look at who you're actually promoting your music to in the first place. And you may need to make some adjustments to make sure that you're targeting the right audience. Now let's say that your music is great and you're able to get it out to the exact right audience. Then what? Well, what is the actual purpose of your promotion in the first place? Are you trying to create awareness? Are you attempting to get your music out to a new audience for the first time? Now, it can be argued that when you're trying to get your music out to new people, that any exposure is a good thing. However your music is reaching people, that's good as long as it's reaching people. But I would argue that some methods of promotion are better than others for independent artists or the do-it-yourself musician, particularly if the method is measurable, meaning that it's very easy to quantify and measure the results that you're getting from a particular promotion. So that's the third common mistake that artists often make with their promotions, is not tracking and measuring the effectiveness of their promotions, or in some cases, attempting to promote their music in a way that doesn't easily allow for tracking results in the first place. So that's something you should consider when you begin promoting your music. Are you going to be able to measure the results of your promotions with any degree of accuracy? Something else to consider is, are you able to give a call to action? If you're not familiar with the term call to action, it simply refers to instructions on a next step for your audience to take. It's something that you use to get people to respond to your promotion in a specific way. So for example, if you run a promotion on Facebook or Instagram, and the goal of your promotion is to promote your new album, you can have some text on your post or ad that might say something like, click to get early access to our new album. So you're giving the instruction to click the ad. That's a call to action. But not every type of promotion is going to allow for that. Like if your music gets played on the radio, you're probably not going to have the option to include an audio snippet at the end of your song that says, go to www.ourwebsite.com to pre-save our new album. Now that would probably sound pretty cheesy anyway. But does that mean that radio promotions are a bad thing? No, of course not. Radio promotions are a fantastic way to get exposure to new audiences and create awareness of your music. But if you're on a very limited budget and you can't afford to hire a radio promoter, a PR person, spend money on Spotify ads, spend money on YouTube ads, if you have a small budget that you need to stretch to get the most bang for your buck, it makes sense to focus on allocating more of that budget toward the type of promotion that will allow you to give a call to action so you can give instructions on what you want people to do so you can accomplish the goal of your promotion. Whether it's growing your email list, getting people to pre-save your new album on Spotify, whatever it may be. So whenever possible, be sure that you're giving people a call to action, instructions on what you want them to do next. Now, let's say at this point, you're doing everything right so far. You have a great sounding professional recording of your music, you're able to get it out to the right people that are likely to become fans, you're able to measure the results of your promotions, and you're giving the audience a call to action. Now maybe that call to action is to purchase your album, or maybe you're just trying to get people to join your email list. Well, what are you offering in exchange for the email address? Because remember, even though someone might not be spending money with you when they enter their email address, this is still a transaction. It's still a value exchange. By giving you their email address, a person is giving you permission to email them, to share your music and music promotions. There's a lot of value in that for you, but what are they getting in return? You can't just say, give me your email address. The obvious response would be, why? Why would I do that? It could be to receive your newsletter. So you could say, enter your email address to join our exclusive VIP fan club newsletter. And that could be good enough, and often is, if the person that you're talking to is already a big fan of yours. Now, for most people, you'll probably need to offer a little bit more of an incentive than that. I always recommend free exclusive tracks that aren't available on Spotify or anywhere else. So now if your audience has liked what they've heard of you so far and they're interested in hearing more of your music, they have an incentive to enter their email address. Free exclusive tracks, remixes, and recordings of live shows are all good incentives to get people to join your email list. And they're also good incentives to include when you're selling a paid download of your album. If a fan can stream your entire album for free on Spotify, they have no reason to buy a digital download. But if you include some bonus tracks, all of a sudden you've given your fans a reason to spend money on the album. So think about what it is that you're actually offering someone to incentivize them to take the action that you want them to take. Okay, now let's say that you've done everything right up to this point. You have a great quality sound recording of your music, you're getting that out to the right people that love it. Those people are joining your email list, but nobody's spending money with you. Nobody's buying your albums or merch or tickets to your shows. Well, remember, you have to connect with your fans, and that can take time. Again, these are real people. You have to put yourself in their shoes. Now, I always recommend offering something for sale right after a person joins your email list, like an exclusive limited edition version of your album, for example, maybe at a discount. This can help you generate some extra revenue that can be put back into more promotions, which will help you grow your fan base even faster. However, you have to remember, these are real people that you're promoting your music to. Most people aren't going to buy your album if they just heard of you for the first time. Some people will, but most simply won't. That's part of the reason that you're building your email list in the first place, so you can continue to interact and connect with people that have shown interest in your music. As you grow your email list of fans or potential future fans, you want to be sure that you're sending out emails fairly regularly. I recommend trying to send something out at least once a week, if not more. This way you at least stay on people's minds. And when you send out emails, be sure that they're not always promotional. Most of the time, you should be offering some value that's going to keep people opening your emails in the future. Free exclusive tracks, maybe videos of live performances or behind the scenes stuff, free giveaways, maybe even just some interesting stories that will give your fans a little peek into your world. And then every now and then you'll offer something for sale. Maybe it's your new album, new items that you just added to your online merch store, or maybe you're announcing tour dates with a link to buy tickets. But the most important thing is that you're communicating with them regularly and offering as much value as you can between promotions so you can build a stronger connection with your fan base over time. So those are 6 of the most common areas that artists make mistakes that cause their music promotions to fail. The first one is the quality of music. Remember, these are real people and it's up to them to decide whether or not they like your music or not. If someone doesn't like it, they simply don't like it. It doesn't matter how good the rest of your music promotions are. I'm not suggesting you should ever change your style just to make it more appealing to others, but I am suggesting that you have a professional sounding recording. Hiring a professional to mix and master your recordings will go a long way. But the most important thing that you can do to make sure that the people who hear your music actually like it is to make sure that you're targeting the right audience. Then whenever possible, make sure you're able to track the results and measure the effectiveness of your promotions, then make adjustments based on that information. Also, whenever possible, be sure to give a clear call to action. Be sure to give people instructions on what action it is that you want them to take next. And think about how you can incentivize your audience to take that action. What are you offering? If you're asking people to join your email list, what incentive are you giving them? Are you giving away free music, videos, tickets to shows? If you're asking people to buy your album, what are you offering them that they can't stream for free? Maybe a t-shirt, some remixes, maybe the album on vinyl. And if for whatever reason what you're currently offering isn't working, try something else. Then once you have people following you on social media and subscribe to your email list, be sure to connect with them. Communicate with them regularly and offer as much value as you can and give them a reason to stay on your email list. And over time, you'll strengthen that connection that you have with your fans and create a loyal following of diehard super fans that will come out to all your shows, buy your albums and merch, and share your music with their friends. So those are 6 areas that you can troubleshoot if you're not getting the results that you want from your music promotions. And if you're fairly new to all this and would like some additional help to get your first music promotion campaign set up, I have a course that you might want to check out called Music Promotion Machine. You can get access to that right now at musicpromotionmachine.com or click the link in the video description below. And I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you're not already subscribed to this channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button below and tick the little bell icon to be notified as soon as new videos are released. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.